Employee stock options are a common tool for retaining and rewarding employees. Acquisitions and similar such events are often used to provide liquidity to employees. While dealing with ESOPs in M&A transactions, it is important to consider the share price, especially if indemnity escrows, holdbacks, post-closing adjustments, or liquidity waterfall are likely to impact the share price. Other factor to keep in mind is timing and feasibility of mopping up shares from the employee shareholders and selling it to the purchaser, especially tracing and purchasing shares from former employees. It is also important to sense employee sentiment when retention tools are used by purchasers to strike a balance between retaining key employees and providing liquidity to these key employees. In transactions involving transfer of one of the business divisions, it is also important to see if structures like option swap or cash payout is going to affect the employee sentiment, especially if they are looking to take a piece of the larger pie. Some other complexities may also arise in employee stock option schemes administered through trusts or global employee stock option schemes. In the context of trusts, it is important to consider factors like the voting arrangement between the employee shareholders and the trustees, and also ascertain how the trust is going to deal or the company is going to deal with unallocated shares. Is it going to be used for employees in the future, or would the current shareholders want to receive that value and go in for a scheme of reduction of share capital? In the context of deals involving global ESOP policies, from an Indian law perspective, it is important to understand that Indian exchange control regulations require resident individuals receiving shares under employee stock option schemes to be offered shares globally on a uniform basis. This, coupled with the limitations associated with pricing, indemnity holdbacks, and repatriation timelines, tends to bring complexities to deals. The other factor to consider is the feasibility and timelines of withholding taxes. With these considerations in mind, what can companies do to prepare themselves for M&A? The first step is definitely reviewing the ESOP scheme. Indian law restricts making changes that are prejudicial to the interest of the option holders. Therefore, provisions like change in control, accelerated vesting, drag along will have to be reviewed carefully. We also need to see if the scheme contains provisions that facilitate mopping up of shares or retaining key managerial personnel post the acquisition. The other factor to keep in mind is to treat similarly placed employees in the same way to mitigate the risks of discrimination claims. Many of these issues can be resolved preemptively right at the time of drafting the policy.